Hello and good morning. It is Ray Eason with the Ancient Tree of Life channel and podcast show. So today is January 8th, 2020. It's 8:23 in the morning. It is Wednesday. So today I want to talk a little bit about the mercurial energy, but not a lot, just the reason why we work with it and how we can help us to choose our particular god or goddess to work with, right? Also, if you haven't already done so, go ahead and click the link below and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It has this video and all my other videos in their entirety instead of these short 55-second clips. So why do we work with particular energies on particular days? Well, because we're building within ourselves this rhythm or this cycle of thought or psycho-emotional feeling, things that we are going through thinking. It's a process, right? Kind of like you breathe, your blood moves through your system, you're developing pathways or programs of thinking and thought, right? So today, because this is the third part in our how to choose or pick your god or goddess for the Ancient Tree of Life channel, why do we pick a particular deity, right? Why do we pick a particular energy current to work with, right? Why do we pick a particular, say, a god or a goddess or their son, their child, to work with? Why do we work with all three? Why do we have this four-based deity energy system? And it's simply because it allows us the particular energy that we work with, and you'll hear me refer to energy as well as deity or god or goddess, because it's one of the words I choose to use. It's more universal, and it also has an underlying current to it because energy works. So a lot of energy work is what we work with, right? And at different levels and at higher levels, we realize that these energy currents are the ones that we're working with and sort of communicating with and dealing with and directing and allowing to flow with and through us, right? So why do we pick a particular god, goddess, deity, archetype, or energy to work with, right? Some of us may pick say like a mother figure, like a great goddess, a great mother, right? Because maybe they're wanting to be that particular archetype. Maybe they want to reach out and above themselves to be more. They feel like they could be more, or they feel like sort of that they're not where they want to be, or they're not tapping their full potential. So they pick an archetype that represents one of the goddess figures. Why does a person pick a god? For the same reason. Maybe they're an individual who's wanting to be more. They're wanting to reach and strive for more. They're wanting to help more people. They're wanting to do more. They're wanting to tie into that aspect of the great, one of the great ancestral God energies, father energies, that fathers something to humanity and mankind, that does something. The same with picking the mother, right? And then in those aspects, sometimes we have a third, right? And like we have Aset and Asar and Heru, which is Isis, Osiris, and Horus in the ancient Kemetic and ancient Egyptian pantheon, right? And with the third, or with their child, it represents the part of them that is the more younger, rebirth part of them, which would be, in a sense, linked to the sun, the ability to regenerate, right? So whereas the mother and the father would be an older archetype, the younger archetype, their son or their daughter, would exuberate more of that day's or more current energy response system. So say, for instance, we're living in the year 2020, and there's been past things have happened, ancient things have happened, right? But what we want to do is we want to, or maybe we are this newer energy, we are more linked in the modern day, and so therefore we choose to sync ourselves with this younger son energy or daughter energy. In the instance of Heru, Heru is the avenger of his father, who was slain by his brother, his uncle Set, and he's also the mother of the great goddess of heaven, right? Aset, who is the mother of magic, and she also represents all these other things, which Venus, she is in some instances is attributed to, which is love, beauty, community, devotion, and dedication, right? So when you have now this trine energy of this father figure who was slain by his brother for power, and the father figure actually wanted to be the great father figure and father new ways and new ideas to his people and to the planet. Then you take on this energy in Heru of the son who feels the need to follow in his father's footsteps, but also now this vengeance for justice, right? Justice and judgment for what his Uncle Set did, right? And that's what the trine, that other trine or that other trinity part will give you. It will give you a younger, more vibrant, more sort of modern day sense, right? Modernish. We also have, there was, I'm trying to remember, there was the trinity of, I believe it was Ptah, and I can't remember the wife, the consort's name. It was Ptah, and then Khonsu was the son, the divine son. And once again, he represents the rebirth or the regeneration of the energy of the life cycle of. You'll hear me talk a lot about cycles and rebirth and how things must end and things must begin. That's what those particular archetypes represent. So that's kind of why we choose to pick with a particular energy and then work with it, especially on these days, which are Wednesday, because it allows us to tap into that energy a little bit more. We receive that energy with less force, less effort, and when we read the lore, when we read the stories, when we read the myths, when we learn more about these particular energies, these gods and these goddesses, they become a part of us, right? And at some level, you may even become so soft and sensitive and receptive to this energy, you may see it as familial, right? Like it's a family energy. Like you just become a different person because you psycho-emotionally you adopt and adapt to these particular myths and tales, these virtues, if you will, and the energy just sort of it can help sustain itself and help it grow. And that's really why we do this. So stay tuned for the next episode on this. This is Ray Eason with the Ancient Tree of Life channel. Remember to go ahead and subscribe to my Instagram page if you haven't already done so. Just click the profile link. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you get this video and all videos in all their entirety. And also remember to share with your friends and your family and associates, because we're trying to do things and make the world a better place to be. So thanks a lot, guys. Have a great one. Take it easy. Bye.